This is the new DroneMask2. Not the cheapest, but easily one of the best FPV masks that will let you experience the full fun and immersive experience of first-person view flying with your Mini 2, your Air2S, or even your Mini 3 Pro if you got it with the standard remote controller. It's been updated. Now comes with all the cables that you need to get flying straight out of the box, making this, I think, a brilliant way to get that full FPV experience without having to buy a whole new drone package. So that is what I'm talking about today. Hello, I'm Ian and I play with drones, and this over here is the DJI Avata, which is normally the type of drone you would actually think of if you were thinking or trying to get FPV. To fly it, you have the drone, of course, you've got the goggles with the battery and the controller. You have to put the goggles on, and the goggles have got built-in little screens to show you that first-person view. This package costs around £1,000 or $1,000, and whilst, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely brilliant fun, it is pretty much, you're stuck with it being an FPV drone. It's the only way it can fly, and you need the mask every time you're going to fly it. So here we are with the DroneMask2, which I think is a brilliant device that you can use with your existing phone-controlled drones, like I said, Air2S, so the Air2S or the Mini 2 or even the Mini 3 if you got it with the standard remote control, because basically this is a mask that houses the phone and gives you that first-person view by looking at your phone through some pretty amazing set of lenses. Without further ado, let's get it open and then we can see what I'm talking about. So how does this differ from what was launched last year? We had DroneMask1 and this year, as I said, we've got DroneMask2. Well, first of all, like I said, you now have the cables. These are nice long cables, you don't have to buy them separately. You'll be able to connect your iPhone and your Android phone. They've got proper nice 1 meter long cables here. You've also got a micro USB adapter if your Android phone isn't USB-C. But now it comes with a USB-C to USB-C cable that's long enough to go between your remote control and your phone itself. So that is one nice advantage. You no longer have to buy your cables separately. Secondly, something which I think is really, really clever. Of course, one of the problems you've got is that you sometimes have on-screen menus or messages that you need to dismiss or press OK on. And with the old drone mask, you had to unzip it and take your mask off, unzip the phone and press your little finger on it. DroneMask2 has got little finger flaps. So now you can pop your little finger inside and actually tap that OK or make a correction on screen if you need to, without having to take your mask off and without having to take the phone out, which I think is a really, really good idea. So look, without further ado, this is what you get inside the box. Let's take a nice little close look at it. Unzip it. Like I said before, it is simply a mask, and your phone will clip in. So let's take the phone off my Air2S remote here. Phone will go in here. It's got little phone holders, little clip and place like that, and it will just hold the phone securely. And then the idea is that said, you simply connect your cable in, zip up. Before you zip up, you obviously want to open the DJI Fly app. Then you will be plugging the other cord at the other end of the cable into where the mini USB cable normally sits. Press that down. And then there you are. You are now set up. So look, without further ado, let's get out of the studio and outside and take this for a little bit of a play. So, quick 5-hour drive up the A1. Here I am in the staggeringly beautiful North Pennines up in County Durham, and perfect spot for a little bit of FPV flying. So what I'm going to be doing today is flying the Mini 2 with the DroneMask2, but I've also got the DJI Avata with the new goggles as well, because I want to do a bit of a comparison for my experience between FPV flying the Mini 2 with DroneMask2 and flying a genuine FPV with proper FPV goggles. I want to see what the experience is like for me as the actual pilot flying, but also with the footage that I get as well, whether or not you can get a meaningful, good FPV experience by using the DroneMask2. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Okay, first off, the Avata. Right, never tire of FPV. I have to say that was very, very good fun there, going over the moors. So that was the DJI Avata. Let's try the Mini 2 in sports mode, like the Avata with the DroneMask2, and see what fun we can have there. Right, brilliant fun there with the Avata. So now, gonna put the Mini 2 in sports mode through its paces. To do that, we'll get it fired up, and then, as I said, we'll slot the phone into DroneMask2 and see what experience it gives me, and also what footage I can actually get with the Mini 2. And of course, one of the things we're going to want to do is to tap the top right. Go to control, right, so control. Oh, this is brilliant. Using 2 fingers, you can access the entire screen. So I'm going to be changing the gimbal mode from follow mode to FPV mode, of course. That's fairly fundamental if you want an FPV experience. So what that means is that instead of the gimbal always staying horizontal, as the aircraft banks, so will the gimbal. So you should get that FPV experience. But I have to say, it's crazy being able to just tap the screen of your phone and change the menu settings without having to take it out of the mask. That was the biggest issue when I used this last time. It's still brilliant, but this is a huge but remarkably simple change. It just makes life a lot better. Get it straight into sports mode. Rightio, off we go. So obviously it's going a lot slower because sadly it's quite strong wind today. But the actual experience, being able to see the full screen of the phone, and I mean the lens on these drone masks are amazing. You just see everything in pin sharp detail. You're not subject to the resolution of a screen in a set of goggles. You're using the resolution of your screen of your phone, which, like I said, I mean, it's just beautiful seeing everything in such pin sharp detail with no light reflections. Really, really good experience. So, okay, that was actually quite good fun. Experience-wise, really, really good actually. Being able to adjust screen settings whilst the phone is inside the mask, absolutely brilliant. Cannot think why wasn't thought of earlier. Obviously the speed of the drone, not quite as fast as the Avata. It is a pretty windy, chilly day here today, and even in sports mode, Mini 2 wasn't really too happy fighting the wind coming over the moors. But I'm going to take the chip out and have a look at the footage inside, but certainly from an experience of actually flying FPV, it was remarkably similar to what I had just experienced with the Avata. You have this total immersive experience, and as I said, no sun, no light reflections on the screen. All you can see is the pilot's view, the camera view of the drone, filling your entire vision. So certainly from an FPV experience, I think it absolutely fulfills the brief. And being able to adjust things through your little finger sockets there, absolutely brilliant as well. Now, of course, you know, I remember last time people saying I think it's $169, $179. I'll put the price and the link below. You're still paying $170 odd for what is essentially foam, strap, lens, and a phone holder. And there are cheaper versions of this out there on the market, absolutely no doubt whatsoever. But as ever, I'm a firm believer you do get what you pay for. And DroneMask is a very, very popular make, and it's popular for a good reason, because I really do think it is extremely well made. All the rubber, very, very tough. All the fabric, the zips, very good. Being able to adjust the mask as well, it will easily fit over if you have to wear glasses all the time as well. And that huge lens inside, being able to see the entire screen of your phone without having to have a special app to split the screen into two halves as you do on some masks. So yeah, you know, no one's forcing you to buy anything at the end of the day, but for me, this absolutely ticks all the boxes and gives a brilliant FPV experience when you have got a drone that is not an FPV drone. So like I said, gonna go and have a look at some of that footage though. But top marks for the DroneMask is pretty much all I can say there. Very, very impressed, very happy with it. And yeah, there we go. Anyway, I will put a link below to this, get more information if you want. One thing for the UK customers, I have specifically checked, there will not be any import duties or additional customs fees. The price you pay covers import and delivery. So that's something we have to check now, unfortunately, in the UK. But yeah, brilliant fun. So there we are. Right, okay, need to take the dogs for a walk now. Ted is in the van getting a little bit, I can hear him barking. So on that note, hope you found this useful. Give me a little thumbs up if you did, and until next time, wherever you are in the world, have fun and happy flying.